panels, we believe that by revoking cheap housing subsidy and significantly increase property tax is better for the city. Let me explain about subsidy itself. Means a financial assistance that pay to a business or economic sector for middle low assistance that pay to a business or economic sector for middle low people. And property tax means a tax or ad valorem the value of property that is usually levied on land. Taxes are collected by the authorities governing the jurisdiction in which the property is located. It pays once in a year, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, let me introduce my case. Is it suitable for a government to revoke the subsidy and increase property tax? Yes, because we know the fact that the less land is used for settlement or economic activity, so the higher the costs such as land taxes, land rent, and many others. This thing connected with the more densely the city or country will automatically increase the said expenditure. Ladies and gentlemen, about the status quo today, there are still many countries that provides a cheap housing subsidy and cheap property tax for middle-low people, which is the minority for a city or developed country. Because in dense settlements such as Jakarta, New York, and many other, on average, the majority are educated and capable people, so that they can help the economy of the city. That's why we have to sacrifice the minority people so they don't live in there and not using the subsidized funds to build slum house or unused land. The problem is, if we still want to do it, it means we are violating the right of minority to stay, which is unfair. This can cause minority demonstration to be able to own their land or place to live because with the help of subsidy, the poor people get capital for business or a place to live in the city to find work. If we force it so, the quality of the government will drop and illegal to do because a country that have democracy ideology will need an agreement between the majority and the minority, such as Indonesia. The purpose of revoking subsidy and increase property tax in 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 high populated city is to make the city are more developed because the vacant land is not just people who can buy or occupy it. The truth is, if the vacant land is made of economic land, it will help the city economy. On the other hand, if it's given to subsidized people, they only use it for housing, which is it's useless and only makes the city slum. Remember, the dense land the city more expand it needs. For example, the city Jakarta city, the cost of living there is so expensive, so the government give the subsidies for them because Jakarta is full of dense people. But the negative, because of that, many people make a slum area. The mechanism should the government do is making a flats for the people that want to stay in the city, so they do not get subsidies but have place to stay, then only pay the property tax. Why? We should prove that first, revoking subsidy and increased property tax is more effective, and second, why it more good than harm. In my argument, that the characteristic of developed city itself is a city that the people is smart and the economic system is good, so they do not need subsidies for life. They can live in another land, but they only pay the property taxes. That's why not everyone can live in a city. Why it more good than harm? Because by sacrificing the minority, so the country will develop and there's no slum area in the city. And also with the flats, the right for live is more organized. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's why revoking subsidy and increased property tax is more important rather than. Thank you.